How was the train ride back?
It was good. It was late, but yeah, those are always fun train rides.
You guys have an opportunity to clinch a playoff spot with a win at Minnesota. What does that mean for you as a player? And just is that any extra motivation?
I mean, it's definitely exciting, but I don't think it's extra motivation. I think we're going to prepare as hard as we can, and that doesn't change week to week. I think we've been doing that. It's treating it 1 week at a time, and this is an awesome opportunity for us. So I don't think the preparation or the approach changes, but we're certainly excited for the opportunity.
Yeah, you have
If it does happen, how much would that check off a goal for what you guys were trying to accomplish this season? Would it make your season a success?
I don't know if we'd say that. It's certainly a goal for us to make the playoffs. But we're confident in our ability as a team, and we believe we're a good team. So we're just going to keep focusing 1 week at a time and play as well as we can.
Daniel, you have the fewest interceptions, I believe, of any starting quarterback in the NFL this year. What does that mean to you, considering where you came from in that statistic 2-3 years ago?
I think I've improved in some of those decision-making situations, and protecting the ball is a big part of the game at this position. So, I'll try to keep doing that as well as I can. But a lot of credit to our group. I think guys, when you protect the ball, that's a group thing, and got to be on the same page. A lot of trust in the receivers being in the right spots, and they've done a good job doing that. And then good job with the coaches also. So. It means a lot.
But you shouldered the blame when it was the other way. You say protecting the ball is a group thing, but when it wasn't protecting the ball, it all fell on you. So that's just kind of the way the quarterback is?
I think that's part of it. I mean, quarterback's responsible for decision making. So, it goes both ways.
What do you think? Is there anything about this particular staff where you felt like you clicked either early on or where they've especially helped you grow as a quarterback?
I've really enjoyed working with them. I think Dave's, Cass, Shay, all those guys have helped me out a lot. I think just understanding the game, understanding football, learning this system. I think this is a good system. As you said from the beginning, you could tell this is a quarterback-friendly system, and where the quarterback's in good position to make good decisions most of the time. So, I've enjoyed. I've learned a ton from them.
Danny, you call it quarterback-friendly, but a lot of people would call it conservative, just in the way that you guys have thrown the ball. I think the longest pass you threw the other day was like 12 yards down the field. Do you ever kind of look around and say, I wish I was throwing the ball around a little bit more, I wish I could take deeper shots, anything like that, or are you just happy with the way things are?
It depends on the game and the way it plays out, and we're certainly going to be aggressive when we can, but we won the game, and that's the goal, so that's what we're focusing on.
I'm happy you don't have to ever hear those questions about the primetime games anymore.
I think it was a big win for us, and I didn't put too much stock in that to begin with.
Daniel, when a new receiver like Isaiah comes in as late as he does, how do you find chemistry?
A lot of it's conversation. I think, watching film and the work you do in the meeting room, talking through certain things, getting an idea of how he sees things and how I see things. And, he knew the system really well coming from Buffalo. It's, similar there. So the concepts were familiar, and, it was a lot of just about conversation, talking through how we each saw certain situations. And then, the time on the field is important too during practice. So a lot of credit to him. He's done a great job for us.
How would you describe what Richie has done? They had a really very good start to the season. Wandell came back and he kind of took a back seat. And now the last 3-4 weeks has been prominent again in the offense. How would you describe what he's done for this team this season?
Yeah, he's been really big for us. Made a lot of key plays, made some key plays the other night on critical downs, and just extremely consistent day to day. And you know exactly what you're going to get from him. His approach has been really good. So as a quarterback, you like working with those guys, and he stepped up time and time again. So he deserves a lot of credit.
What do you make of that Minnesota tape for watching, like there was such a big disparity in the two halves from last week for them. What do you make of this team when you look at that?
Yeah, I mean, I think they got in some tough situations, in that first half. But they're a good team. They're a good defense. They got a lot of key veteran players who've played a lot of football, who are smart, and understand how the offense is trying to attack them. So we'll be prepared for that, have a plan for it. But they're a good group.
I assume from that you're kind of referencing Peterson and Harrison Smith and those kind of guys.
Yeah, I think those guys, they got some guys up front that are veterans and good players as well. So, I think at all three levels they have good veteran players.
Do you think you personally have learned how to win games? Like maybe your numbers were better if I go back to even your rookie year, but personally you've learned how to win games and maybe not always fill up the box score?
I think each game's different, but I think I've gotten a better idea of what does win, in the NFL. A lot of times it's not, what you would think. I mean, I think it has a lot to do with taking care of the ball and staying in good situations for the offense, executing on critical downs and scoring in the red zone. But I think I've improved a lot since my rookie year.